Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I tell you what, I am so glad to see all of you today. I really am. Whatever time of day it is, whether it's morning, noon, or night, whether it's a weekday or a weekend, I am truly glad to have you with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. And of course, I am TJ. I tell you, it is such a pleasure to be with you. It really is. I consider it a joy, an honor, and a privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. Now, today I have something that I would like to discuss with you, one that I would consider a matter of importance. Now, for those of you who have children out there, and I'm sure there are a lot of you who do, or if you have played the role of a parent in a child's life, be it an aunt or uncle, big cousin, big brother or sister, or babysitter, school teacher, uh, if you work with kids in like Sunday school or church or anything, or out in the community, like the boys club, girls club, what have you, then you know how important it is that children are taken very good care of and looked out for, because when they're that young, they're not able to look out for themselves. They have to be nurtured and provided for. They have to be led properly and guided in a way where, even if they happen to stumble and fall, it won't be so difficult for them to get back up and dust themselves off and keep on going. That's the purpose of, being a good adult and leading children in the right direction. But we know that sometimes tragedy can strike a child at any given moment. It may be sickness. It could be a fatal car accident. It could be, oh man, I'm talking about a plethora of things, a myriad of circumstances can unfold. And then look here, think about all the school shootings that we've had in this country over the last 25 plus years. I mean, every time you turn around, somebody's school is being shot up. Kids running for their lives, teachers doing all they can trying to protect their classes, but sometimes they're just not able to. Well, anyway, that's what I want to talk about today. And this is geared towards anyone who has children, whether biologically or adopted, or stepkids, or, extended family or what have you. My topic for today is why parents need life insurance on their kids. That's the topic for today, and it's also a suggestion. Not trying to tell anybody what to do. It's only a suggestion why parents need life insurance on their kids. Because the truth of the matter is, tomorrow is not promised to any of us. I don't care if you're 6 years old or if you're 76 years old. Tomorrow is not promised. And so therefore we have to do all we can right now, today, while we have it. We know we have this moment, but we don't know about the next 24 hours or anything beyond that. So, but what about the children? Now, a lot of times parents will think, oh, well, we got plenty of time to worry about stuff like that. And besides, it's not the parents' job to bury the kids anyway. It's the kids' job to bury their parents. And that may be true, because, if we all live long enough, sooner or later we will have to bury our loved ones, parents and grandparents and what have you. I've already buried a parent myself. I buried a father. So I know about that. But look, we see what's going on out here. We see all of the violence in our schools. We see the crime, and we see all of the shootings, all the gangs, and it's ridiculous. And then sometimes people they go into a rage, on the streets and everywhere else, and children have to bear the brunt of a lot of these incidents. They may not even be the targeted individual at which the bullet was meant, but they'll get caught in the crossfire. And living in the area where I live, I've seen that on many occasions. Here in this Memphis area, we've had a lot of instances where innocent children have been gunned down, not because it was meant for them, but because it was accidental shooting. Sometimes parents leave their guns unlocked and unattended, and children will find them in the house. They'll go find them in the nightstand drawer, find them in the closet, under the bed, or anywhere to get their hands on them. And children want to play. They like to play, and they like to explore things and see how they work, take them apart and stuff like that, because they're curious. We've all been there because we've all been kids. And we like to, we used to like to explore things and, walk around in the house and look for this and that. I did that all the time when I was small because I wanted to know how this world operated. We were trying to figure out how to navigate through this world, and particularly in the area in which we lived. We want to know how to survive. And how are we going to know how to survive unless we explore and, take time to figure things out and see how they work and figure out how people operate too? Because, you got some serious nutcases out here. And unlike the time in which I grew up, where everybody knew each other, where neighbors, dealt with each other, and, neighbors were like family. If you were hungry and didn't have much at home to eat, but your neighbors had some and they had plenty enough food to share, you didn't have to worry about being hungry. You could go over there and they fix you a plate. You take it home with you, or you can sit there and eat with them if you wanted to. Watch TV with them. And, if you needed a ride to the store, to the doctor, or to the bank, or anywhere, you didn't have a car, your car was broke down or whatever, they come pick you up, take you where you had to go and bring you back home. That's how neighbors used to be. That's how neighborhoods were when I was growing up. But society is not like that anymore. And there's a lack of love and compassion in society, unlike what was around back when I was growing up, because you're talking about decades ago. So that's why I would encourage all parents or anyone who's responsible for children, raising them or what have you, try to get some life insurance on your child, because you just never know. We all hope that the children will be able to live and grow up, graduate from high school, college, or what have you, or go into whatever field they want to go into as adults. But sometimes that's just not the case. And then you don't know what type of sickness or disease may befall them either. Like the children in St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, one of my charities, by the way, and other hospitals around the country and the world. They're dealing with various illnesses, and they don't know if they're going to live another day or not. So life insurance is a very good thing to have, just in case, hoping that you never have to use it. But if you do, then you don't have to worry about how you're going to bury your child, where you're going to get the money to be able to have a proper funeral and burial for them. And I tell you, it's really sad to think about, but it's something that we all must consider, because this world is not our home. All of us are just passing by, and we didn't come here to stay. And no matter how young or old you are, it's never too late to make preparations for when you get ready to check out of here. So that's all I want to say on today. And it's very important, parents, for those of you who have kids or play a parental role in a child's life. Think about that and make sure you have some things in place just in case. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, okay? This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.